Good morning, good morning. It is day 12. Day 12. Yeah, beauty. Day 12 and we're on our way. I am going to have this done by day 14. Amazing. Yesterday was brutal. Brutal of King Brutal. It was tough day on time. Conditions on the ground. Just the climbing. I didn't know if I was going to get as far as I did, but I was adamant I was, because I want to finish on Friday. I have it in my head. I am going to be on Sunwood Bay Beach on Thursday night, which is tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. So emotions flying already. 6 o'clock in the morning. Jesus. It's happening. It is happening. Right. Someone put cigarettes out in here. So this is where I woke up. Glencoe Bothy. Slept out here. There she goes. Let's get to work. Morning. Guys are here, going to do some work on it. And I'm going to climb out of here this morning. There we go. Glencoe Bothy, where I stayed on the beach. Oh, that's a waterfall I passed yesterday. This is where we're heading. Day 12 and we're off. Slow start this morning. I was awake early enough, but I needed the rest. Thought, look, I know there's still a long way to go, but let's just recharge, because my body's still feeling good, my feet are good. That I had a hot spot on my sole, beside my big toe, and I took the compete off last night to have a look. There's nothing there, so that's great. The two hot spots on my heel, one on the heel and one on the inside of the foot, there's still nothing there. So feet are in a good place. The soles of them are tired, obviously, because of the pounding they've been taking. Everything's feeling good. I usually get to camp and my neck's a bit nippy, shoulder blade's a bit nippy. It's just from the park and continually pumping the arms. But put on my muscle rub, CBD muscle rub from Pure Sport, and I wake up brand new. Right, script here. Right, okay, we're alright. So, just hiking on from Glencoe Bothy. Going to go past Glencoe Bothy in about 7 kilometres. Heading towards Kyleston, which is 13 kilometres away, but I won't be going into Kyleston, don't need nothing. No point going into backtrack, so I'll cut off and head see where I can get to. I've got a rough idea. It's a long day, but shouldn't be, touch wood, as brutal as yesterday, because brutal was dealt to me with a capital brutal. Whew. It was a tough one. I felt spent by the time I came in last night, but I was joyed to be there. And there's 3 guys working in that bothy doing the roof, and when I arrived they offered me food. I said, I'm alright, I've got food, you're fine. This morning they asked if I had enough food to put in my bag. So look, I'm trying to get my bag empty, don't need any air nonsense. So, but we're feeling good. Day 12. Weather gods are with me. Let's hope they're with me on Sandwood Bay tomorrow night, where I can sit. I might even have a skinny dip. Whoop, whoop. Right, I need to put you away because this is needing sticks. I need to deploy my 4x4 pole dancers. See if this helps show you. That's where I was yesterday, up the top of here. And I had to come all the way, I was up here, all the way down. Zigzagging, down, 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 down. Along, down the edge of this, along, down into the bothy. Whew, man, what a climb this is. I was just thinking, do you know how you can get all the deer in the world on this antler? Calling all deer, calling all deer, calling all deer, calling all deer. Whoa ho ho! Look at that. I know this is a sea loch, but that is the big bad blue over there. That means we're getting closer. I think that's Glendood Bothy over there. So we'll go all the way around here and around it, and then I'll come out here. So the tide's out, so I've just come across the river as it's coming in, saving myself a bit of time having to go all the way around and down. So this has been a Brucey bonus. Boot shells, these are clams. So this here is a lodge. It's got bunks and that in it, and gas at the back, and a bottle, but door's locked. Must be private lodge. And here's a bothy here. Let's have a look and see. Oh wow. Nice area. Upstairs. Full tent, yeah. Smells nice in here, like fires. Bothy book, fill in a minute. Skylight leaks, there's a note there saying that. But you sleep over at this side. sound I've heard in the past 2 weeks is seagulls. If Arnie was here, he would say getting it. Actually, if he was here now, he would be with me and he'd be saying, which one are you getting in? I can tell you now. So let's see if we can start it. Honestly, it was unbelievable the nonsense we'd get up to. But I would imagine he'd probably be in the digger, because that would be his thing. He'd want to be in that and he'd be pretending he's Bob the Builder. I can tell it. Arnie the Builder. So I've come all the way along here, and instead of going to Kylestone, I'm cutting up this way. See if going all the way there and coming all the way back. RAF out playing. Amazing what you see when you come up high. Look at this. You'd never know this was here. It looks like there's a fishing hut here as well. A boat. Actually, I wonder if I could just whiz myself around a little bit quicker around this bit. Legs are like jelly. That's 700 metres just about in the past hour. Oh man, it's just route 1. So you get to this old sheep pen at the top and you can go down this way towards the forest and along, and there's like route options there, or the other option is up through the bogs. I'm going this way today. Look at the side of this cliff, this cliff edge of this mountain. It looks like there's a tree embedded, and then all the other bits, it reminds me of deer, stags. It's quite bizarre. One thing that's quite funny with this walk is, like, I set off and I didn't really want to be with people, but you naturally kind of bump into folk, or I mean more like, well, anyone I suppose, but definitely other walkers doing the Cape Wrath. Kind of, for me, I wanted to be on my own, but I'm a people person, you know, and so when I see people, speak to them, which is quite nice. But the good thing with it on this trail is you tend to see them. Oh, that's what the side is better. You tend to see people at the end of the day and start of the day, so everyone's walking different, which is good. But also everyone's got different strategies. So like, I've kind of gone out a bit faster. So like, I've passed a lot of folk that kind of, you're around for a day, maybe 2 days, and then you're off or you're away. Especially that days that I was doing like a day and a half walking in a day. So you kind of spread it out a bit. But I knew I'd see no one today, because when I got to that bothy last night, there was no walkers there, just the guys that were there to fix it. And for anyone to get to that bothy that I was at, that were coming over, would have had 4 or 5, 6 hours of walking in them. So there's been no one today, no one. There was people in that last bothy, that Glendhu bothy that I went in. There was folk that had been in there last night, folk that are doing Cape Wrath. So the likelihood is they'll be finishing on the same day, I would think. Nah, pretty sure. Goodness, well, I'm guessing. It's nice, because this is what I like. I like the peace. Time to think. Day 12, still not listening to no audible. Headphones haven't come out. Oh, we're going to the side. Headphones haven't even come out. It's just been happy at being myself. Right, back on. Don't worry, I don't think I'm going to bother with that today. So that is definitely my new favourite mountain. Fiona Avon. There's the tree. Look, there's a face. Armando, Arnie. Across there. Right in the middle. So the spot I'd planned to stop tonight, someone was on it, and to be honest there's enough room for 2 to 3 tents, but they're going right in the middle, spread their kit out, and I was like, clearly don't want anyone next to them, so I thought I'll keep going round, but there was nothing. It's all marshy. So I am exactly 7 kilometres away from Reconic, which was one of the stops tomorrow to go through. So I've filled all my bottles up. Weather's turning now, which is a real privilege. I've filled my bottles up, so wherever I find a spot I will just pitch up, but as you see it's all heather, overgrown gorse and quite marshy, but if I see a green bit of ground I'll pitch, it don't matter where it is, because I don't really want to go in to the Reconic tonight. But it's about 2 hours at the speed I'm walking, but I think I'm going to hit a bit of gnarly stuff which will slow that up, but we'll see. Oh well, just means there's less to do tomorrow. So this is what we've got to go through, because that prick took that pitch and wasn't willing to share, so it made me commit to what I didn't want to do tonight. I wasn't planning on having a humungai day again late in the finish. I wanted to split it into that 2 days, make it easier. But hey ho. Oh. This is what my feet look like after being in the bogs. They don't look so horrific if they're driving light. Storm of blisters. So that was a late night finish. Wasn't meant to be. The pitch I was going to take. 9 kilometres back, someone took it, but they'd taken it like so no one else could get near it. And after that, you're entering a bog, so I committed. The time was ticking. I was going to make the town Reconic for, I think it would have been about 8:30. I was had to cross a river, and I seen 3 tents just at the edges a little bit, because there was nowhere to pitch, because it was a bog. And I said to the guy, shouted over, is there space here for another one? Oh yeah, could be. I said thanks. He says, where's safe to cross the river? Where did you cross? He said half a mile up. For half a mile. I went 100 yards up, crossed the river, and jumped up, pitched my tent. Not an ideal pitch, but it's a pitch. I've gone further than I was going to today. I don't know what it is in total, but I do know I have 2 kilometres to Reconic tomorrow. I have 18 kilometres from Reconic to Sandwood Bay, where I'm going to pitch my tent for the night, and then 12 kilometres on Friday to Cape Wrath. I could do it all tomorrow, but I want to stay on the beach tomorrow. It's part of the thing. It's all part of it. and I'll recap about the whole thing to myself rather than just going blasé and try and finish tomorrow. I think it would just ruin it, probably ruin me because I'm tired while I'm eating and talking. But I had a pretty good day. That Glendewey Bothy was really nice. It was a longer walk today than I thought. To go from Glencoe Bothy to Glendewey Bothy. I can't remember how much without looking at my watch. It was like 8 or 9 kilometres. But it was a long 8 or 9 kilometres. It was up and down, up and down, up and down. And lucky for me the tide was out, so I managed to across the sea. It's funny hearing seagulls as well. It lets you know you're getting close. But Victoria just messaged me a minute ago on my Garmin Reach Mini. A year ago today, I was in Inverness and said I was going to do Cape Wrath. And I'm nearly there. I'm nearly finished in a year. She says she's proud of me. Proud of myself. I was thinking about this today, you know. A lot of it's a mind game. It's just getting up and doing it. And I've got up and done it. I'm not there yet, but I can tell you one thing, no way I'm not finishing. And there's not one day I've thought anything else. There's not one day I thought I can't do this. Easy peasy. Night 12. To think of. So, when Arnie got ill again, when he come back to the UK, he was in Ireland and he'd not felt good, bad headaches, so Sharon took him to the hospital and he phoned me to tell me things weren't looking good. So I jumped in a plane, I think the day after, flew out, arrived in the hospital and just as I arrived he had to go away for a brain scan. He said, "You coming?" It's just a Navy thing, they just don't think, they just think, come on, let's just go. I said, "No mate, go with Sharon, go with your wife." "Alright, you can come as well." I said, no, it's alright. So what happened was, as soon as he went out of the room, I looked round, he left his phone. It's like gold dust to someone that was in the forces. If you used to leave, you didn't have phones back then, but if you used to leave your camera, then you used to send a spool off to get developed, and it was always just full of dick pics. It was like, oh my god, I've just put that through Boots in Stonehaven, something stupid like that. So when he went out, I picked his camera up, and then I put my hand down my trousers and put my finger out my zip to look like my penis. And I held his camera up and I done a selfie. And while I was doing it, I looked round and the nurse was standing watching me like, what the fuck are you doing? She said to me, "Are you family?" I said, "Yes, I'm family." And she even checked when Arnie came back up. I don't know what he said when he seen that, because I didn't tell him I'd done it. Yeah, I need to ask Sharon. But yeah, that was a bizarre, funny moment. The forces pranking does help lift the mentality. Funny moments. Arnie tented it, number 12. Okay campers, so we woke up here at Glencoe Bothy. Is that even going to get into focus? There we go. Woke up here, steep climb out. I left quite late today, I just thought not much rush. This was real steep, but it was a good track. Then it turned to the usual claggy, boggy nonsense, and then we came down here and the tide was out. It's funny, coming along here as well, I could hear seagulls and I could smell the sea. bit of tide was out, so I crossed over here. Had to wade through the river as it came through. It was about knee deep, but it saved me having to come all the way up here and round. And I got to Glendew Bothy. This was a really nice bothy. I stopped and had a snack, rake around, and then headed off. 4x4 track, climbing up. I met a couple that were doing Monroes about here, and then looked at the waterfall for a bit. And instead of going all the way in and back out, I took this route. Big climbing again. Legs were pumping, and joined back up with the other route. Now instead of going through the bogs this way, I came down this really steep bit. I stopped and changed my knee tape because my left hand knee was hurting. It's sore tonight actually. Came down here and then cut down through the forest. But this forest's all been chopped down now, so it's not really a forest anymore, it's just logs. Came down here. Turn it over. So, where are we? So came down here onto the road, and I walked on the edge of the road all the way along here. You could have taken this route, but I walked all the way along here, joined back onto the route. This is back into a 4x4 path, and I plan to camp here because a few people have said about camping here, so I thought, you know what, let's go for it. Arrived, tent right in the middle, and I was like, there's enough room for 3 tents, but no, this guy had taken the whole lot up. So I came up and around, and I thought about down here, and I tried here, there was nothing. It was just marsh. So I carried on in the 4x4 track. Filled my water up here because I thought if I see anything, if I've got all my water for the night, I'm good to go. So kept my eyes open. Nothing was available. Kept my eyes open, there was nothing available to camp, so I was committed. I went here and my watch beeped, and I thought, oh shit, that's me running out of choices. I knew there was going to be nothing now. So, trackless bog, hugging the edge of the river, and I got to here just before I crossed the river, and there was 3 tents pitched right here. I shouted over, is there room for another one? Is it like on a dry bit of ground? And he said if it's a small tent. I said okay. So I went across the river. It was quite fast flowing here. I said, where did you cross? He said about half a mile up. Well, I went about 100 yards, got in, up to my knees, straight over, down, pitched the tent. It's not the best of positions, but it's peeing with rain after a beautiful day. So I've gone further than I was going to by quite a lot. So it leaves me 2 kilometres to Raconic, and then I think it's 18 or 19 kilometres to Sandwood Bay tomorrow.